Pulled my Shadow 2 apart today to do a little bit of work on the basically the hammer strut and the mainspring. I filed off the edges, each end on the mainspring to make them flat. I don't know if you can see that. They weren't flat previously. And they were just a sharp, hard end at the end of each end of the spring. So I filed them flat, and then I also went on the inside of the spring with a special Dremel tool to even out the internal side of the spring on each end. Now, after doing this, I placed the spring onto the hammer strut, and it spins without any kind of resistance anymore. It's a lot smoother. But as with most things, one end feels a little better than the other. So the good feeling end is going to be the one that meets up right here on the hammer strut. And hopefully that is going to smooth out that first little hitch I felt in my double action trigger pull. So I'm also installing the wider safety on this. I haven't ever used it before. I'm going to give it a shot. And here's what I believe they call it, the sear cage. Unfortunately, mine doesn't have the little notch cut out where most of them do, right here where you can just lay the spring up in there. No big deal, you just lift it up and pull the safety out. This rod, well, this leg of the safety comes out. Once you lift that spring up, it sits in that groove that you look at it right there. What else? So I'm not going to pull all the rest of this apart, but you can see, maybe, hopefully, I've already polished all the internals of the pistol so far. That was quite the endeavor, but most enjoyable, and you especially reap the dividends after you get done. So I'm going to put this thing back together, and hopefully I've got a more smoothed out double action on my Shadow 2. Alright guys, holy cow, I just put the pistol back together, and man, all that little bit of hitch I could feel right at the beginning of the double action is gone. And this now has the smoothest trigger I've ever felt on a CZ. So doing your own trigger job pays off, and using a little ingenuity. Of course, a lot of gunsmiths probably already knew that trick of shaping the ends of your mainspring. I also rounded the edges on the hammer strut. But holy cow, man, all of that little glitch I could feel, I knew it was in the mainspring. And just about right there is where I could feel it. And then it was just very smooth after that. So, man, it is just buttery smooth as can be. And I highly recommend you do the same thing to yours. So, good luck.